So, some weird stuff's going down, Hacksters, and that's cool because it's What the Wednesday. So let's take a look at this new hardware puzzle and explore some previous iterations of this concept. So SparkFun has just released this thing called the prototype, which is a HARP. They say this stands for Hardware Alternative Reality Puzzle. It's very exciting. So this product shot is obviously a little bit glitchy. There's another one that's a little bit more accurate, but they don't give away much, and they've got this huge splotch of black goo in the middle covering the main chip. That's because this whole device is something that's designed to get your creative and investigative juices flowing. So this thing, you have to decode it. You have to explore it with a number of different technological tools and methods. It's actually designed so that one person probably won't be able to solve it unless you've been in the game for ages and ages. It encourages collaboration and working with friends who have differing skills from your own. That said, there's a huge comment section that you probably don't want to check out unless you've already given it a shot. There are people who are posting like their own progress reports and things, so don't give yourself spoilers until you've given it a good shot and asked a few friends. The documentation for this is pretty amusing. They say that the product will never go live. Bob has pulled the BIOS for these boards. Feel free to use this product page for something else since it cannot be deleted. Bob seems to be some kind of a rogue AI, a mysterious character. I'm not totally sure on that because I haven't bought one and checked it out yet, but I'm excited to. This was just released and they've got a blog post about it from the end of August here. So if you want to learn some more about it, check the link underneath this video and you can read some more before taking the $60 plunge. It is fairly spendy, but you know that a lot of work has gone into making this an entertaining experience as well as a piece of hardware. And that's also about what a general room escape costs. They're comparing it to the experience of going to a live-action room escape game with your friends, where you would normally have to solve puzzles in order to escape a room, which is inspired, actually. It's funny because this is an electronic object inspired by the real-life room escape games, which were in turn inspired by room escape games built in Flash and disseminated on the internet up to about 10 years ago, and I'm sure there's still a culture going strong. So it's this very sort of multimedia experience. Now when they say BIOS, they don't mean basic input-output system like you usually do in software. They mean, let's see, here's the data sheet from the product page. Let's see, BIOS overview, page 4. They call it a biological serial IC, which implies some kind of neural interface because it's called the neuromorphic processing unit, which might have to do with the AI idea. This is very exciting. And so the chip that they have is called the SP250 Phi. Who knows what that means? It's said to be equipped with a golden sunflower, 256 golden sunflower processing cores. This whole thing is supposedly put out by the Hosaka company, which, if you've read Neuromancer, is the company that produces a computer that the main character uses, which appears to be named after Hosaka Mamoru, who is a pioneer in Japanese computers. So this one's really exciting. It's not the first puzzle PCB to be released. Red Bull actually put one out for a few years. This is from 2013. There's a Make article about it. You can see these Arduino headers on it, but you were supposed to solve it, learn how to program it, and then create a project with it in order to qualify for a competition. They sent out only 200 of these, and they came in a sweet laser cut case, and Make decided to turn this into a sweet light up sign with the case as a holder for the electronics. And who wrote this? This was Eric Weinhofer. But if you're curious about that one, there's some more information from the creators, who were a couple of people in the company LumiGeek. And they have linked to some decoding information posted by the awesome hackerspace i3 Detroit, which is one of my favorite ones. Had some good times there. So yeah, you can check out more information on that. It's from 2013. If you still come across one, you can have a go at it without looking at any of the materials, but I don't think it's still a spoiler account, you know? And finally, there's a more recent one called the Cordwood Puzzle, put out by the awesome group Boldport. This website puts out a number of different kits. You can subscribe, for example, to the Boldport Club. They send out a new PCB every once in a while, and you can put it together. They're designed to be artistic to the point that this person has created their own PCB design software to help you create artistic PCBs. In this case, the Cordwood Puzzle is a pair of PCBs that you assemble in Cordwood style, which is an old school method of saving space while connecting things between two adjacent PCBs. You don't get a schematic. You have to figure out yourself how to align all of these resistors and LEDs. There's a clue here in that they give you a picture of the completed project, but there's still a fair amount to figure out. And once you figure it out correctly, all the LEDs will properly blink and things. So this one is much less expensive, but also, you know, there's less sleuthing to do. So maybe start out with the Cordwood Puzzle from Boldport, then move on to the prototype, and then finally have a dig around your local hackerspace and see if someone's still got the Red Bull Turbo encabulator. Because, you know, the first one is fairly accessible, the second one is more challenging and expensive, and the third one is downright rare at this point. Yeah, happy sleuthing and happy Wednesday.